Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. I am so glad that we are here yet again with another weekly episode, another weekly offering of the Interconnected-ness, a weekly oracle series. I am TheeMemoryAstrologer, and I am so glad to be back here with you for another weekly message. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share to the people who make you feel whole, who you want to share this message with, the communities, the families, the societies. And also, if you want to let me know how these messages are really just working with you, following you, and just assisting you, let me know. Send me a kind and nice comment in the comments. So, once again, I want to give a big shout out to my first Patreon. My first Patreon is Vaughn. I really appreciate you. I hope that you are enjoying the monthly horoscopes and the monthly chakra readings over at Patreon, you all. Remember to subscribe to Patreon, and you are going to have some goodies there. So, first things first, happy Valentine's Day, lovers. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope that this week we are journeying to loving self and deeper to diving into loving self and what that looks like and what that looked like. So before we begin this healing, this self-awareness, this opening to self-confidence message, please be sure to do your 3 deep cleansing breaths in through your nose and out your mouth. It's going to allow you to be calm, to be aware, and to be in the moment for this message. Remember that this message is a general message, and if it doesn't relate, that's okay? All right, you all, let's get into this weekly message. Since this week starts off Valentine's Day, and I believe it starts off a Jack of Clubs. So this Valentine's Day, I see us really tapping into the youthfulness of what's going on. And through tapping into the youthfulness, we can grow our relationships to ourselves. We can grow our values. It can even grow our next steps. Our next step. But don't forget this week that we also have a full moon, a beautiful full moon on the 16th. A beautiful full moon on the 16th. So this weekly offering is for February 14th through February 20th, 2022. All right, you all. I am incorporating some affirmation cards because for us to journey. I kept seeing 3s earlier today, and I was just like, okay, I wonder if 3 of Spades is gonna come out. So we have a 3 of Spades this week. So the 3 of Spades is more so talking about the communication, the upliftment, the understandings of what's going on mentally. So here, this week might be a really clarifying moment. Clarifying as in you might get information or messages that will lead to exposing of information. And maybe this information needed to come out so we can move into the next process of setting foundational relationships, foundational structures, foundations to then build steady, loyal, companion, more cooperative relationships within yourself, within your body, within your conscious. But that's also tapping into a lot of emotions. And this week we might be really thinking about our emotions, but not quite sharing them out. So on the back of the deck is the 7 of Clubs. So through this deepening of self, it allows you to then step into and allow the universe and fate to take over. You've been putting in a lot of hard work. You've been putting in a lot of work mentally to grow yourself consciously, to grow yourself in your relationship to your self-development. And I see that you've been putting in a lot of good work. And from that good work, things are now coming to you mentally that's going to bring positive results. But once again, that is up for us to catch it. That is up to us to be aware of it, because this is a lot of mental, this is a lot of communication not being said verbally. Not being said verbally. Yep. And the moment to get through this is just to be mindful of really what's going on in the environment, really what's going on in your routines, really what's going on in your environments. So when there's a lot of spades and clubs in a reading, I like to always tell people that this week is going to be mental. So let's prepare for it. How can we prepare for a communicative, stabilizing week? How can we step into something that is going to tell us that we need to plan? We need to have a motive. We need to have a goal. And what are the steps that we're taking to accomplish this goal? So what steps are we taking to accomplish these goals? How can we put the emotion? How can we put the foundational nurturing into these goals? Let's start thinking about that. This week, I already said that we're going to be tapping into self-love because it starts off on Valentine's Day. So what does that look like to you? How can you incorporate more balance, more nurturing, more compassion to self? These hard situations, yes, they've hardened us, but the hardening is beneficial because it allows us to continue to watch these situations for really what it is. To then stabilize the situation and to step out. But with this 6, we have a little bit of nervous energy. And with this 3 of spades, we have a little bit of mental nervous energy and a little tension. And the 7 of spades is here like a moment of truth, a moment of justice, a moment of clarification. So with clarification, let's always be understanding and aware that when everything's mental and everything's logical, is there room for emotion? Is there room for understanding the perspective on a different layer? And I think it is, because we're ever evolving and we're ever growing. So use the positive traits, the positive tools that you've grown, that you've had for this. We've been in January, we've been in a new year for almost 2 months now. Let's start incorporating and reminding ourselves of what we want to do and ask ourselves and incorporating how we are going to accomplish them. How we're going to accomplish it. All right, so just an overall advice for this week. Advice for this beautiful week. I see the advice is to choose yourself. Choose yourself. Choosing yourself means realizing where you are, realizing your true talents. And a lot of our true talents is not going to be things we see. This is going to be moments of us having to write down, sit down, think, clarify, and write it out. All right, the advice for this week. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. So at first, it was giving me standing still vibes, but then it came out upright, but facing 6 of spades. Jack of hearts. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, where's the emotion? Where's the emotion? If we know that this week is going to be so much very mental, let's think. Think before we react. Let's put ourselves first. Let's think of a more progressive society and think of how we can tap into our progressiveness and how that can assist us right now. How that can assist us right now. Okay? Remember to use all the tools, the tools that you have. Those tools are for your benefit. Those tools are gifts that you unlock yourself through these challenging times, through these obstacles. Remember, you can evaluate your goals, your life, and you can choose the next path. Remember to realize your authority, to realize your power, to realize the art of evaluation. Okay, let me get about 2 things. Okay, cool, thank you. All right, so we got, here goes the stepping stone. Our first stepping stone is freedom is my divine right. So what does freedom look like to you? Freedom looks different to every person, to different people, to different individuals, to different cultures, because that is the unweaving, the interweaving of stories. It's allowing your story to come out and for you to realize that through expression, through realizing, through awareness, through developing, it allows you to take a step of freedom, take a step of unlocking those vulnerabilities and to using them, to acknowledging them, to realize them. There are secrets and there are messages, there are symbols that we weren't previously privy to, because these hard lessons, they made us detach from them. But now the detachment leads you to think your thoughts and think past them. Let's read the back of it. Freedom, it says, I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I am created to be. Excellent. And the last card that we had is, it was a stepping stone as well. So these stepping stones are facing each other. So it was, let's see, I can turn this. This one was this way, and this one is this way. So we know that through these steps, through these realizations, through these moments of truth, through these universe taking steps in through judgment, it allows us to regain our footing and ourselves, to regain our understanding, and then integrating it out into the world. I turn every experience into an opportunity. Each problem has a solution. All experiences are opportunities for me to learn and grow. I am safe. What does safety look like to you? What does that look like? How can we step more into nurturing and making our own self feel safe? Through compassion. Through compassion, you all. Back of the deck. Divine wisdom guides me and it's upright, you all. There is wisdom around, but it is up to you to take it. It is up to you to realize it. It is up to you to grab it. We can present all these signs to be present all in front of you, but it's up to you to do the first step. It's up to you. It says, divine wisdom guides me. And you might be getting a lot of dreams, a lot of messages in your dreams, or a lot of messages if you're drinking teas, or if you're, I'm getting Neptune. If you have a Neptune in your 12th house, your first house, or your 4th house, I see a redeveloping of self to harmony. What does that look like? The back of the card says, I am guided throughout this day in making the right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in the realizations of my goals. I am safe. So we hear a lot of our fears of vulnerability might be due to abandonment, might be due to a lack of care or nurturing in the ways that we needed them. But right now, this is allowing us to tap back into ourselves and to pour that love into ourselves, that healing into ourselves. That healing into ourselves. So when this full moon on Wednesday comes out and it brings out the vulnerabilities, and allows us to acknowledge all our creative expressions within ourselves. Jump to it. Allow yourself to step into this path, because it's allowing you and it's telling you already that you are safe, that you are on the path, and that if you ever need assistance, that it's right here. It's right here, you all. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and be safe. Happy Valentine's Day, lovers.